Greetings, salutations, I'm catching up. This time looking at a film called Blast from the Past. And this was a romantic comedy science fantasy adventure film. And it was produced by Hugh Wilson. Based on a story by Wilson, who co-wrote the screenplay with Bill Kelly, and starring Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Christopher Walken, Sissy Spacek, and Dave Foley. The film focuses on a man who was born and brought up in a Cold War-era fallout shelter built by his surveillance anti-communist father, and emerges into the modern world 35 years later, where his innocence and old-fashioned views put him at a comedic odds with others. I gotta say, the film had mixed reviews, and it was a bit of a box office disappointment. I had to say, yeah, I've seen looking back, I've seen quite a few films from Brendan Fraser, back when he was, his early days. I gotta say, this is a very, very charming little film. It's so good. It oozes charm. Whether it's the opening, when the openings, when the 1960s, and in which Calvin and his wife Helen, when they stuck in the bunker down below, and they raise their son Adam, and all that, whether he's learning French or German, or even he loves television, I Love Lucy and The Honeymooners, and all that. I think, okay, that's kind of cool. Honestly, I think it's kind of funny. I do have to say a funny sequence that kind of made me really laugh. Pretty much. There's a sequence in which okay, it's been 35 years later, in which Adam is now a grown man, and the dad Calvin comes out of the shelter, and then he's just seeing the world for the first time, say, oh my gosh, the world has changed, the world has changed.
I do. Well, Good, thank you. So, you survived the blast.
The blast? Honey, I've survived a host of things. Like the song says, a country boy can survive.
Did you say you were a country boy?
Cute little old man. If you want a boy, I can be a boy. And if you want a girl, I can be a girl. Hell, I can be whatever you want me to be.
I honestly have not had that reaction yet. Have not had it yet. Yeah, I gotta say, I really kind of like this film. There's, moments, the whole sequence in which, the guy who is, Melker, who is, works at a diner, but eventually, it goes through the decades and all that, but eventually, he ends up living in the, and I do love how all the things, he's given, okay, here's all the money of a different time, meaning he's given $3,000, and he's also given every baseball card of that time period from the 60s in mint condition. So, and I do like how, at first, the character of Eve, she's at first willing to help him out, but then she's going to say, you're weird, buddy, and all that. And then basically the film goes she is trying to say, okay, I'm going to say, I'll pay you if you help me out, or something like that. He basically said, okay, I need some help trying to get all of the stuff that my dad needs and all that. And then she also says, okay, I guess I want to work for a wife. Then he meets Eve's housemate, Troy. I can say Troy is one of the best characters in this film. um, and so is Nathan Fillion in this film. He is really fun in this film. Um, and honestly, I wish I had dancing moves. I wish I had moves like Brendan Fraser has in this movie. I would, you know, maybe I need to go to my local, um, trying to think, there's a local dance academy, near the local movie theater. Maybe I need to sign up for lessons. I think it was Fred Astaire lessons, I could learn some of the moves that Fred Astaire does. Um, yeah, I gotta, and then as the film goes on, Eve starts to fall in love with him and all that. But I feel like the saddest sequence, though, is the sequence in which she calls the psychiatric group and all that, like a psychiatrist doctor, to have him committed.
Hello?
We want you to come with us so we can talk some more about your experiences.
Come where?
My office.
For how long?
Well, that depends.
Well, I thank you very much for the invitation, but I'm very busy today. Perhaps I could see you tomorrow?
Adam, I think you should go with Dr. Aaron. I think it's the best thing. I think it's the best thing for you. I do.
All right, Eve, if you say so.
I never really thought about this in a way, say, when I was watching the film though, after I was having a discussion though about it, and that I never really noticed this. Yeah, it seems since this film came out in 1990, in the late 90s, say yeah, you have the character of Troy, who is gay, and you'd think say, oh, there would have been say moments say, haha, people making fun of him or anything of that kind of say, because usually that kind of character will be written as a stereotype, but he's not. He's written as say the very concerned friend, friend that's going to be there for you in a way.
Grown men who collect baseball cards.
Yes, you do.
Or pee in their pants when they see the ocean.
Yes, you do.
Or perfect table manners.
You know, I asked him about that. He said good manners are just a way of showing other people that we have respect for them. See, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a way of acting all superior. Oh, and you know what else he told me?
What?
He thinks I'm a gentleman and you're a lady.
At the same time, yeah, say, you'd think, yeah, they're, also the character, say, yes, Eve has, a rival named Sophie who, Adam did dance with, and you think, say, oh, okay, well, he's gonna, say, suddenly they're going to sexualize her, or, and all that. Yes, they have that really, bit of that dance sequence, yet at the same time, yes, she has, say, hey, she's a bitch and all that stuff. But at the same time, there's not really a moment where they just, they outright attack each other to the point. I gotta say, this film, I didn't really think about it until, yeah, afterwards. It's kind of progressive. Especially the fact that Adam grew up with a bit of a Christian upbringing in a way, he learned different languages, yet he never really thought, say, oh, especially since, some multiple times he's say, hey, do not take the Lord's name in vain, yet there's never moments where he's trying to be, holier than someone else.
Take me underground. That's like Silence of the Lambs. It's crazy.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
right, don't worry. He'll catch him. Yes, this is Nina Aaron. I've got a runaway, and I'm gonna need police assistance.
No, you cannot call them.
Look, young lady, I have to. If a complaint is made and the person resists...
No, I cannot have that. They'll come with their cars
and all that. And yeah, the film is so charming. The characters are all so likable that you're willing to go on with this journey, and because it's a fish out of water story. But at the same time, you feel like say, hey, Adam is such a likable character, and I do find it hilarious. At the end of the film, they are able to, like, when Adam introduced Eve to his parents, they like say, "Oh, get the house good," which is basically their bunker, and they remake the entire house in a field and all that. But the entire time, Christopher Walken's character, he is like so like, I miss my bunker, because Adam had been given all the bonds, which are now worth millions. So yeah, I gotta say this film is very charming. It's really charming. I highly recommend this film. Check this out. So yeah,